The top end of your golf bag is often a talking point. And there's one club that's often in your golf bag that potentially shouldn't be in your golf bag for 90% of golfers. But if you're hanging on to this elusive 4-iron at the top end of your bag, we need to make sure we've got the right one for you. Guys, welcome back to a Sunday video. So we know this is the next 100. We're here at the fantastic Lindrick Golf Club, which we've played a few times on the next 100 tour.
We're coming back.
And we're coming back to play it off the blue tees, the open qualifying tees. But there's quite a lot of holes here, and there might be quite a lot of holes at your golf club where you think an iron off the tee, an iron for safety. And how many of you have a 4-iron in there? You'll see that I have the Takomo 101T here, a hollow body design golf club, which for me, if you're going for a 4-iron, this should be an option. But today we're also talking about a secret Takomo club that often goes under the radar. It's been out for many years. It's one of the OGs, if we're going to go with a phrase for it. And it is the 201 irons. And we can see James has been using these, and you can see the 4-iron there. It is a forged one-piece iron, but it's not the 301s. We've got a thicker top edge, we've got a little bit of offset, and these are all things that you need to take into consideration when you're picking your sets. If you're going to get the perfect bag for you this year, you need to make sure that you're getting the clubs that are going to make golf as easy as possible to shoot the best scores you can. For me here, we've got obviously that 101T. We know we've got a hollow body design, but for me, we know behind that it's not got a huge thick edge, it's not got too much offset, but we know we're going to be able to hit shots just like that. A nice high launching 4-iron that's still going a nice distance. It's still going a long way there. We're going to get plenty of ball speed. We've got a little bit of a stronger loft. So this is something where you might combo set something, a hollow body club at the top end of your bag to get that forgiveness. You've just got to make sure you get the right loft. But we can also, where I've lost the golf balls, James is ready for a tee, but golf balls wise, we could also start to play this a little bit more versatile. So if I grab another couple of golf balls
Would you potentially think about which golf ball you were using as well? So like X1, 01, 05.
Yeah, and this is it. So we have been using the Seed SDX1 golf ball, and we found that for us, that gives us the optimum ball flight. For yourself, again, if you're going for something more forgiving here, you might be going to a different golf ball. You might go for a 2-piece golf ball that again gets you a little bit more distance, maybe a little bit more launch, and that might be the best ball for you. If you've got a little bit more speed, you might be thinking a 3-piece urethane, and this is where, again, trying to be cost effective. But just because this is a hollow bodied club doesn't mean that you get on one of those tees, you're into the breeze and you want to knock this club down a little bit. We can change our setup, we can get that a little bit further back in our stance, and we can change that ball flight. And you can see there half the height straight away there. I've hit down into that golf ball, it's straight down the middle, and a very similar distance. So consistency is what you are going to get from something like this. From a hollow body club, we can see we can change the ball flight, but front to back we can still be consistent. But you might want to go for this club, and this club has been used by Grant Horvat, so a co-owner of Takomo, or a part owner.
Won the Creator Classic with them.
And won the Creator Classic with these. And these are a club that often get overlooked, so they're not a CB, they're not an MB, they're not a hollow body club, but they are a 1-piece forged club. So see plenty of perimeter weighting on these, so we're going to get that little bit more forgiveness, but because they're a forged 1-piece club, we're going to get a softer feel. So if you're somebody who still wants to obviously get good feel, you still want maybe a little bit more workability, then these are a club that you could potentially go to. A little bit of a thicker top edge because we know we need that extra perimeter weighting, and down behind the golf ball we've got a little bit of offset. So if you're somebody who still leaks a few out to the right in those longer irons, then this could certainly help you straighten up that ball flight, and again maybe do a combo set a little bit stronger than a CB and an MB, but another fantastic option for you to potentially put into your golf bag. You can see leaking a little bit to the right there, still in the fairway, but for me the trajectory, you can see straight away there, that was a more mid-flighted shot, so it's going to launch a little bit lower than that 101T or a hollow body club. So this is where trying to get it perfect for you is a little bit of trial and error, testing these clubs out.
Interesting to look at the offsets as well, because I think you've hit that one slightly right because of the kind of differing offsets in these clubs. You can see the 201 actually has more offset than the 101T, but for a lot of people that might work as a bit of a double negative.
Yeah, and that's it, and it's how it sits behind the golf ball for you. What do you like to see the look of? And this is where you go, potentially on the Takomo website, you go through the comparisons, which you can do with all other major brands, and start to see which one suits your game to, if you want to keep the 4-iron in, which most people do, get the right one for you to be a bit more consistent. But how will they fare on a tough par 3? So like I say, guys, obviously if you talk about going onto the website and looking into these, there is now an online fit system on Takomo, and again, I've gone through that. I've actually ordered a full set of CBs, so for me, it did fit me, for saying the best for me would be the CB irons, the 301s, and also going from a stiff shaft into an extra stiff shaft, which fittingly, obviously I have been for a fitting for different irons, and I am now...
Say fitting more.
Fitting. I am into those extra stiff shafts, so it was correct. So you can go on and see these, but this is where obviously there's more and more of these holes, unfortunately, extremely long par 3s. So here we have just over 200 yards to that flag, and this is where you're thinking, well, is it a fairway wood? Is it maybe a hybrid, or is it your 4-iron that you want to keep in your bag? So let's see how these perform. Again, we know here we're going to get that higher launch from this 101T. Which one will go the closest? So interesting there, still launched high. That was an incredibly toey strike. It's gone pin high, but that's more pilot error, just to the right, but it's still got the distance. And this for me, yes, it's gone into that greenside bunker, but that was struck closer to no grooves than it was to grooves, but we've still got the distance that we wanted to. And this is where you have to figure out, are you hitting more off-centered strikes? Are you hitting it more towards the toe, more towards the heel? Then maybe they could be the right clubs for you. But if you still want that good feel, then these secret clubs from Takomo that you don't see often. If you see people with Takomo clubs, which you do more and more now, you don't often see the 201s, and these have been out a long time and they're still performing exceptionally well. Let's see now. Again, just to the right, might catch you a little bit. Again, into the bunker, so two identical shots there. Again, pilot error, not the clubs, but different options. If you want to keep a 4-iron in your golf bag, guys, make sure you've got the correct ball to get the launch conditions, but then think about it. Do you want a softer feeling club and maybe going for that forged feel, or do you want to go more forgiveness and go hollow bodied?